up, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of We Hope This Finds You Well. Did I get it that time, guys?
It sounded great. Nailed it.
We are back, and I would say better than ever, but probably about the same as usual.
Samesies.
Maybe a little worse.
Not bad.
Maybe
Not
a little
bad.
I
worse.
think a little better, actually.
Oh shit!
I've been great lately.
I feel great.
Personally.
Yeah, I do too.
Well,
Sun-
I don't mean
sun's
you.
out,
I
guns
mean
out,
like
you know.
Sun's out, guns out.
I just
baby.
mean
I
the
live in
quality
Texas.
of
Sun's
our
always
show.
out. Oh,
It's either going to be on par or less than par. Highly unlikely better.
You never know.
Charlie, you're just a fucking big naysayer right out the gate.
Well, I
Negative
don't mean.
Nancy tonight. What's going on?
I
Charlie?
know, dude. Jimmy, like, you didn't kiss him before the show? Like,
No, that's not my job.
you guys have that whole, like,
I
thing
just,
that you do before the show.
Totally
You
not gay.
docking and everything. Oh, I am. It's not.
Hold on, Roy. We'll call you real soon.
All you hear is enter for landing. Beep, 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 and docked.
So what's going on, guys? I know one thing we're going to talk about tonight is Chris Conley, unfortunately. What else are we going to get into? What else is on your minds besides that? I don't want to lead with that.
How about we talk about sports for a little bit?
I like sports.
Okay.
First of all, can we talk about last night's game? Jesus Christ.
I slept through most of it.
You're
I
good.
didn't watch it.
We're talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins here. If anybody,
Depends.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch it.
do you not get the channel down there, or do you?
I don't have cable, so I typically have to pirate it from somewhere, and I wasn't as vigilant as I normally am on Reddit.
I was sending you links for a while, but
You dropped off, but I don't want to be that asshole to go like, hey, Chuck, will you illegally send me something illegal, and then I'll illegally take
my
it?
source dropped off, but if I find another one, I will for sure send it your way.
Yeah, I got on Reddit for like 5 seconds, and once the effort wasn't there
Wait,
from
do you
India,
guys do you have at least have an antenna?
the TV we have has one. So, like, if they're playing in Dallas, I think they...
Well, it was on NBC, so you probably could have watched it, but normally you wouldn't be able to.
I don't really watch TV, to be honest with you, like, hardly at all.
I feel you, dog.
Yeah,
I feel
get
you.
you.
All right, Jim. What do you want to say here? What do you want to
Yeah,
do?
Jimmy.
You want to change the lineups, or what do you want to do?
Well, what's going on?
What do you think? What do you think they should do? It's tough. They keep shutting down Crosby and Malkin. They got how many points does Crosby have? 1 on the series. It's an assist too, I think. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, he hasn't scored yet. I know he hasn't scored.
And they were saying the last time we played them, and they fucking swept us.
Yes, they did. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, moving to Texas has drastically changed the way I watch sports. Because it was such like a communal thing.
Right.
That, like, it's almost weak. Because, like, who the fuck am I going to talk to about the Steelers down here outside of my wife, who loves the Steelers, but she's not the biggest football fan.
Right.
Right.
Like, you're not
Pretty
gonna
quick.
you're not gonna go to work or to the store or something and be like, hey, did you catch that Penguin game last
they're not
night?
trying to hear that shit.
Out them
They're getting no
Steelers, you'd be like,
fucks.
fuck you.
Yeah. Then they still bring up 1995. I'm like, listen.
We had Troy Aikman, bitch.
O'Neal was a crooked motherfucker. I don't care.
We get it. Like, dude, those mid-'90s teams were stacked.
They were beast mode.
Wait, are you saying crooked, like set up?
Yeah, the motherfucker was shaving points.
I never heard that.
The 1995 Super Bowl.
I remember the game. I never heard that though. Tell me
Yeah,
more.
he was shaving points. I mean, I don't fucking tell me more. Come on, Charlie, you know me better than that. That's all I remember.
That's it. Fucking Neil
But
O'Donnell.
I just know it enough that I can say it, and I've had a number of Texans agree with me. So I'm like, oh, that must actually be a thing. I never looked into it. I just feel like,
interesting.
you know,
I have never heard that theory. I just thought, wow, this guy sucks.
I heard that the reason, and also too, fun fact, the character on Longest Yard, you know, the one that Adam Sandler portrays, was from Pittsburgh and was caught shaving points in a Super Bowl.
So Neil O'Donnell, piece of shit.
Neil O'Donnell. I mean, I don't know if that's true.
I like how we're talking about Penguin playoff hockey, but immediately we go straight to Steelers. How Pittsburgh are we?
Yeah.
We're going back to the 95 Super Bowl, motherfuckers.
That fast. It didn't even take long.
It still stings, okay? Too soon.
Listen, I was 10 years old. We had a big family party at
I had
my
Mr.
Aunt
Fredericks
Sharon's
that day.
And oh my god, people were fucking. There had to be 30 people there. Everybody was wasted, except the kids, of course. But yeah, I remember watching it, and I was so excited because that was our first Super Bowl.
Right.
And what a letdown.
I know.
We were in what, like maybe 5th grade or some
Fifth
shit?
grade.
Yeah.
I watched it at Doogie's grandparents' house.
Oh, no shit.
They made a hell of a fucking meatball.
Interesting.
Little Swedish meatballs.
Quite a good meatball.
They're fucking dope.
What else do you want to say about the Pens, Jim? You're feeling frustrated. The series is at 2-2.
It's
So
two-
I kind of
But
just
they
want
look
you to
rough.
vent because I don't really know what's
The
going
thing
on.
is,
So
dude,
go ahead
our
and vent and fill me
goaltending,
in.
our goalie is letting up way too many goals. What is Jari's fucking deal?
I don't know, man.
And they say like,
Well-
some of them just fucking or lucky shots, and I get that to a degree, but Fleury didn't let in too many lucky shots.
That's hockey for you. Sometimes it bounces your way, sometimes it doesn't.
Wow. Way to wrap a nice little bow on it, Charles.
Listen, I like watching sports, but my knowledge isn't, great or vast.
Mine isn't.
Oh,
either.
mine isn't. Mine isn't either. I feel like I'm very topical in the situation. I typically know when an athlete's acting like an asshole. And I know when someone's really good because I don't get to talk about, I'm off of social media now too. So like I literally have no
So,
clue what's happening outside of like mixed martial arts. I have no clue what's going on
to
in
catch
sports.
you up, NHL playoffs just started its first round. We are playing the New York Islanders.
Right.
We just played Game 4 yesterday. The series is now tied at 2-2. So,
What are we like
Alright.
a 2 seed? 3 seed?
no, we were first.
Charlie.
We won. We were first.
Okay.
Yeah, because Capitals blew it against Philly.
And they're getting their asses kicked right now.
Yeah, Capitals had a chance to take us out of first, but they blew it. And fuck Tom Wilson. Just a side
Fuck
note.
Tom Wilson. If anybody knows Tom Wilson,
If you know
is-
Tom Wilson personally,
tell him we said fuck that
fuck you.
guy.
And while we're on it, fuck Tommy Maddox too. I didn't forget about you, you jagoff.
No,
I got no
Tommy
beef with
Gunn.
I got no beef with Tommy Gunn.
No, but you remember how people like fucking threw shit in his yard and like did all kinds of terrible shit?
He's
so
he's the
rude.
fucking first ever XFL champion. Nobody can take that from him.
Not a person.
What was the team? The LA Extreme, I think it was.
LA
Did you
guy.
I
guys watch
barely
that at all?
remember that. It's like it's on the same thing in my head as like ECW, except for ECW was way more entertaining.
Did you know The Rock bought XFL off of McMahon? So The Rock
Well-
is running fucking XFL now.
Wait, they're still in XFL?
It just came back last year.
It
Or
seems
two-
like it
2
comes
years
and
ago,
goes
maybe.
every couple of years.
But yeah, The Rock now owns it, and there's a female that co-owns it with him. I don't know. I don't know when XFL season is, or I would maybe check out a couple games.
I want to talk about something sports related. So, have any of you guys watched the series Dark Side of Wrestling?
No, I've heard it's really good though.
Well, they have a new,
I haven't gotten to watch that yet.
they have a new series called Dark Side of Football.
Mm.
And the first episode was about Chad Johnson. It was like, all right. But the second one was about Bill Belichick. Holy shit, what a piece of shit this guy is.
Ooh, I gotta watch it. 'Cause
Worse
any
than we
good
even
reason
thought?
to hate on Belichick is a good reason to hate on Belichick.
Yeah, I mean, they go over basically all the same shit that we know. But, like, just to think back and, like, he wasn't punished for anything. And when it comes down to it, the whole Deflategate thing, when Brady got suspended for ultimately only
Oh
2
shit, I
games,
forgot about that.
He was
And he had the dude in his phone as like the deflator or some shit like that.
Wait, besides them being pieces of shit cheaters, Brady's press conference was fucking hilarious because he said
What,
balls. He said balls as many times as he could. Have you ever seen it? It's like an SNL
No.
skit. It's fucking great.
You know what?
And he had this little smirk. He had this little
smirk.
smirk on his face the whole time. I'm like, this is kind
You
of
gotta,
awesome.
you kind of gotta love that. Doesn't take himself that serious.
Yeah, but you know what? You got fucking. It's bullshit.
But
They
of
got
course,
away
he
with it.
doesn't take himself that serious. Like, he's obviously gotten away with murder how many times? Even though, obviously, let's just say.
Oh,
No, no.
how many of
ridiculous-
those
Ray
rings?
Lewis got away with murder. All right.
Literally.
Literally.
No, but they did. They got away big time, and it sucks because they were caught cheating how many times? 3 times at least. Like they keep doing it year
What,
after
there was
year.
Spygate.
There was
where they
Spygate
had the
times
person
2.
reading lips. Then they had the person reading calls or some shit.
Yeah, and they were filming other teams' practices.
And they got
And then there was something about the going over the coaches' intercom systems and shit. They were stealing that.
That's what I mean. Like Belichick goes deep. He's fucking twisted.
I mean, that dude's the whole reason why every coach holds his fucking pamphlet or like holds his playbook up in front of his face when he's calling plays and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
The mask couldn't have been a better thing for them. Like,
I know.
you know, to have, it's like, oh, I can do this now without having to put the, yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, it just really fucking drove me crazy. So I wanted to rant about Bill Belichick and what a piece
I
of
got to
garbage
check that
he is.
out.
It's a really good series. I mean, I haven't been really watching too much TV recently. But yeah,
All I watch is YouTube for the most part.
Finally, I think I started it like a year ago, but I'm almost done with Sopranos. I got one season left.
Nice.
And
Get ready for, never mind, I won't do it.
I love
I
it.
won't even be a dick, even though it's everyone knows, but the end, we'll talk about it.
I already know the final scene. People have been talking about it forever, you know?
I mean, it's not that bad. This many years later, it's just like, oh wow, like I was so vested in that show, and then that.
still not worse than Game of Thrones. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, now that I know that about Game of Thrones, I'm not going to invest myself into that at all. I mean, that's just I missed that one.
They're coming up with 2 new series. What do you think about that, Chuck?
I know House of Dragon started filming. What's the other one?
I'm not sure what the other one's called.
But House of the Dragon or whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying?
Are you gonna get into it?
Fuck yeah, dude.
I probably will.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, House of Dragon is basically like the history of the Targaryens in the past.
Wow.
Isn't that nice, Rob?
It sounds great.
The Fire Dragon people.
The Fire Dragon people with a well-established history of mental illness. in today's terms.
So, do they or do they not have fire? Is that just like their imagination? They're just schizophrenic? What are you telling me?
Oh no, they got dragons.
Oh, they have dragons. Okay. So that seems normal.
But they're just a little crazy. A little cray-cray.
Little cray. What have you been watching recently, Chuck?
Well, like I just said, Sopranos. We're working our way through that. I love it to pieces. I don't know. It's like, it's not like your typical mob movie or mob show. It's like, it fucking cracks me up sometimes. Like, it's so funny. Tony's fucking hilarious. But other than that, new season of Handmaid's Tale is now airing.
Sounds riveting.
It's fucking great.
Nope.
It's
great. Nope with a side of nope. But I'm sure it is good, obviously, because it's been on for a while now.
Yeah, it's in its 4th season now, and it's wonderful.
Not really my cup of tea. What do you think, Rob? What do you watching?
Shit. What me and TL started watching. Is it called Awful Summer? I believe it's on Apple TV. It's pretty trippy, man. It's this girl goes missing, and this other girl basically steals her life from her, and then it's like a whodunit kind of deal.
Oh,
never really
Cruel
know.
Summer.
Cruel Summer. Thank you, Charlie. It's pretty wicked, man. The only issue I have with it is it's not one of those release everything all at once so I can binge watch it and get through it. They leave you hanging on every single fucking episode.
And then you gotta wait a week.
Yeah, dude, I don't like that.
It's a ball
I've gotten
buster.
I do.
I've gotten so used to being able to binge through it. That's like now it makes me angry. And it's like fuck you. I'm not waiting for you.
I typically don't have time to binge very fast.
I don't either.
Which is why it's taken me like a year to watch The Sopranos.
I still haven't finished Karate Kid.
I haven't finished that yet either. Cobra Kai.
That's another good one. I like the weekly releases. Blech.
I thoroughly enjoyed Ted Lasso, like a lot.
I don't fuck with the
fantastic.
Apple TV.
I don't either.
You should for that one. You should for that one. It's fantastic.
I stick with.
I can't cast it though, so
All I have is Prime and Netflix and HBO.
Fuck, I have it all. I have Disney. I have everything. I think at this point we might be paying as much as we would have been paying for cable. Even though this is still better, but
I mean, it might be close. I'd say it's still cheaper though.
Slightly.
dude, we have Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, Peacock, Piquant. We do so many of them, and I don't really watch TV much, so like I'm not one of those weird dudes that's like, oh, I need the remote, and that fucking TL gets the remote, whatever she turns on, I watch, and typically it's pretty awesome, so it works out great, and that's how I ended up watching that summer, whatever you said, what was it?
Cruel
Summer, right?
Like the song.
Yeah, don't know that song.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
You want me to sing it?
I would love that. Yes, please.
It's a cruel summer. I think it's Ace of Base. Leaving
I feel like I would
me
know
here
it
on
if it was
my
Ace of
own,
Base.
it's a
I love Ace of Base.
Cruel summer.
Oh yeah. You had to nail the melody there for me, like you did.
Yeah,
I know it now.
I typically don't nail melodies, so that's
Leaving
all you're
me
getting.
on my own.
I know what song you're talking about now too. I don't think that's Ace of Base though.
Well, either way, in the style of Ace of Base.
Yes, in the Swedish style of Ace of Base.
Classic.
So,
Classic.
the smoke off is 1 week from today.
1 week,
Oh, wow.
bitches.
So, Charlie, tell us about the brisket, because you sent me images, but we really didn't get to talk about that.
About the one I made?
How did it turn out? Yeah, well, obviously.
It was wonderful.
Was this a trial brisket?
Yeah, I did one like a month ago. It was
what did you wrap it? Did you let it rest? What'd you do?
all of the above.
Nice.
It was a 15-pounder, so it was a pretty big boy. You know, it was
Cutting the cap and everything off.
It was the whole packer, so it had the flat and the point still connected.
Nice.
Yeah, I trimmed all the hard fat off the top.
Right.
Trimmed up the fat cap a little bit. I left they say leave like 1/4 inch on, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. I usually cook with the fat cap facing down.
That's how I did it.
Other people say
I would get it
different
one
things,
time.
but, let's see. I did a salt and pepper rub, Texas style. 50/50 salt and pepper. I cooked it for I think like 13 and a half hours, and then I rested it for maybe 2 or 3 hours. And it was really good. Delicious. I'm going to win.
That's some confidence right there.
Sorry,
you
Dom.
heard it.
Did you hear that, Sacco? You're in trouble, buddy.
Sorry, Dom.
I like this rivalry.
Chuck's coming for your neck, bruh.
Huh? Bringing this
Coming for that
motherfucking
neck.
A game.
Either way, like we said before, it's going to be a
So
great
remember,
feast.
You have,
Listen,
you
I
have
don't-
the brisket, the wing, or brisket, the chicken, and the side dish.
Yes.
I can't fucking wait. I'm bringing,
Jimmy's just like, I'm just gonna be like, you have to roll Jimmy out of this bitch at the end.
dude. I'm bringing fucking 2 sheets of cornbread, and
Nice.
I'm gonna get like.
Are you making it or buying it?
I bought it. Well, I'm no, actually, I'm gonna make it. I mean, I bought.
Hey,
it
can you
next.
set up your iPad in the corner and like put a plate in front of it, and then I'll just go get barbecue here, and I'll just sit and hang, with you guys. It won't be weird, right?
We could probably do that.
No, that's not weird.
Yeah, it won't be weird. It won't be weird.
So, or should we? I was thinking about getting buns too.
Gotta get buns.
Yeah, I mean, we can get buns if some people want to make sandwiches, but typically I just eat brisket and just fucking scarf it down, It's brisket. You don't need anything for brisket. I know we said like we're going to make our own barbecue sauce, and we still can, but like you don't really need barbecue sauce for brisket, honestly.
Nope. No way. How'd the smoke ring turn out on yours, Charlie?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was
Nice.
really, really good.
The pride that Texans take in their barbecuing it's freaking crazy, because like you would get kicked out of any town if your barbecue is bullshit. So like no matter where you stop, it's out of control down here.
Yeah, I think I may have overcooked it just slightly because it didn't. When I sliced it, like it didn't. You know how you like hold it up on your finger and it's supposed to like fold in half.
Mm-hmm.
It was like falling apart a little bit. So I think it was just like slightly overcooked, but it was still awesome.
I'm sure it's still amazing. Probably real juicy still.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
pretty excited though.
I think a ton of people are going to be coming.
Yeah, I don't know who's coming.
Have you told anybody?
Yeah, I told a few people. Have you told anybody?
A couple, but not too many. Like,
I mean, you
Bill.
guys all told the internet, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess we
if you're listening to this, you've most likely have already been extended an invitation. But if not, you're welcome to come. Anyway.
We should hit up Greg.
Oh yeah, we should
Maybe-
text Greg.
Maybe BA too.
yeah, Greg should be there.
Yeah. All the number
BA
ones.
needs to be there too.
Yeah.
Oh, you should get freaking Brian to play
Who?
in your backyard. Brian Allison.
Oh.
I mean,
We've talked about him on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to, he
I mean,
can.
he can just hang out too.
I mean, you just eat food.
Well, I don't know.
with
You
us.
made it sound like there's going to be a shit ton of people there. I don't know. Might be a whole thing.
I don't.
We have no
I
idea.
don't know. If you show up, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a rager. I'm gonna bring a big bottle of booze too.
Nice.
Big old bottle of base.
I'll have a 30-pack of irons.
There you go.
You're not even going to treat yourself that day?
That is a
Or
treat,
wait,
buddy. That is a
my
treat. You
My
fucking
bad.
kidding
My
me?
bad. My bad.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This guy over here.
What else was I gonna say? Something. Before we
Now I
deep,
have Ace of Base stuck in my head, son of a bitch.
before we deep dive into Chris Conley. Shit. Oh yeah, so I'm like, oh, so much pressure trying to get the house ready to have people over because I have a big honey-do list. I just finished my paver patio today, 99% at least. Can I tell you about the sunburn I got today, Rob? I already showed Jimmy. It's fucking amazing.
I can kind of see it on your forehead
Yeah,
a
you
little bit.
can't-
Well, it's not exactly his
Yeah,
forehead.
That's not what I'm talking
I mean,
about.
I look like I'm sunburned
Why
right
did
now.
you show him? Actually,
Yeah, let's see it, Chuck.
All right, I'm gonna
Were you
Hold
you
tight.
outside
I'm gonna
in the
show
buff?
I'm gonna
In-
show Rob my sunburn, and then I'll come back and tell you guys about it. You ready for this, Rob?
I have no option. I mean, my internet signal's really good right now, so.
don't divert.
All right,
your
guys,
eyes.
let me tell you what I'm looking at.
Don't divert your eyes. Look directly.
Charlie's
at it.
standing up. He's got a really nice Zelda shirt on, and of course, he's wearing cargo shorts. No one's had a hand job in those since Nam. Look at that beautiful ass. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm looking at Charlie's Cinnamon Valley, aka his backseat, and his ass was insanely burnt. You have a wicked. What happened? That was just plumber's crack burn.
Plumber's crack.
Exactly. It is
It's
plumber's
exact-
crack burn.
Oh, been there,
So-
buddy, been there.
It's like a giant red band.
Listen.
Yeah, so there's a band around the oatmeal pot on his back, his lower
Listen.
back.
I have a long torso and I have wide hips. So regular
Childbearing hips. Childbearing hips.
yes. Regular t-shirts, if I'm down on my knees working, they ride up on me, okay?
You need to get you some of those Duluth long butt crack covering t-shirts.
You know what? I have a few long t-shirts and they still ride up.
No. There's the Duluth ones that are cut for that. There's like this extra butt flap on the back, dude.
Nice. I need the butt flap.
Yeah, you
anyway,
do. Obviously.
yeah, I got plumber's crack burn, and it's just like a 2-inch band from hip to hip on my backside because I was down on my knees putting the pavers in, and it's 90 degrees today. Sun was beating down, and
Not to mention how much sleep over the past 48 hours.
like none. No, I slept
Yeah.
last night.
Charlie went full beast mode the day before Super Dad.
Well,
went
yeah.
to work overnight and then came home and
I'm
went
working.
back to
I'm
work.
working a night shift right now, and so I worked Friday night into Saturday morning, and I got home and I'm like, well, motherfucker, I gotta get this shit done. So I went
Mhm.
straight
Super Dad.
straight to work in the yard after
Damn right.
chilling for a little bit. And I had to cancel on you guys last night. Just so you fans are well aware, we've been planning this for 3 weeks to a month, but
at least
each
about
of us
3
has
weeks.
canceled at least once.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yep.
But
Here's what it is.
that's life. Whatever.
Is what it is. But that was a oh, your face is definitely cooked too pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm
But-
running a little warm right now.
Me
How are
too.
the back of the calves? Are they burnt to high heaven? But you probably had high socks on, didn't you?
No, I was wearing jeans.
No, well done. Good plan.
Hmm.
If I've learned anything from living in Texas, it's when I'm outside, I actually wear long sleeves. Typically, I wear pants. Like if I'm working.
I don't even think I own too many pairs of shorts, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's weird or not.
Which is a funny thing because when we were kids, Jimmy, you pretty much didn't wear anything other than shorts.
I
Like my
know.
mom remembers you as the little kid who wore Umbros every day, no matter if it was winter out or not.
We were all kind of like that, though.
Definitely,
In
100%.
In fifth grade, that's all we wore were Umbros and fucking Samba shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I have never owned a pair of Sambas.
I've had tons of them. I actually considered buying some about a week ago.
I tried some on once, and I could not deal with that long fucking tongue.
You tuck it sideways, bro.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Why are they wearing these shoes? So I said no.
Well, they like fold them down, and like do something athletically with them. I'm not sure. I just always thought they looked cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, little bunny ear action, little loop swoop pull on top, Charlie.
Nope, not for me.
No, not having it. Okay.
Huh. Interesting.
I did have Umbros though, of course.
Naturally.
Yeah.
It was a kind of a weird thing because I moved from Butler to 10th Street in Oakmont in the 4th grade. That's when I met both of you guys pretty much. And I already had Sambas before I moved there. I randomly just saw them at a store in Butler and was like, those are cool. And I never played soccer. I think I might have been on a soccer team when I was like super, super little. But obviously, as you can tell, I'm not built like a gazelle, so more like a hippo or some shit. So there's no running 80 yards, like just fucking no. So I just happened to have those, and then I moved to Oakmont. Everyone's like, "Oh, you play indoor soccer?" And I'm like, "Sure, yeah."
Is that what
definitely.
you guys do?
Indoor soccer is the shit because you just crush that big tennis ball looking thing.
Dude, I think I got to play like
real soccer ball.
No, not really.
I don't
no,
know.
like when they get older, they do. Like over in like off of 910 at that PIA building or whatever the hell it's called.
Pisa.
Oh, they probably do there. Yeah.
I played in one game
What's this
there and
tennis
I
ball
got kicked
thing?
out.
Dude, old school fucking.
Oh yeah, that
OAA
softball
or-
and gym class
Yeah, it
and
was like
stuff that we would play with.
It was like a soccer ball, but it would like basically look like a fucking.
It was like foam.
Yeah, it looked like a tennis ball or something.
Must have missed that class.
It wasn't a class. You had this is
That's
like
it was a real deal. Holyfield.
yeah, this is like OAA shit.
I've never played soccer.
He's
never
more
played- you
he's
never
more
played
OGRA OA. Well, see, you said
were on-
OAA and it wasn't OAA when I was in it. It was RA.
Yeah, well, I'm going
Well,
way back.
first of all, OAA and or RAA have never had a soccer program. It was always Twin Borough Soccer.
Well, then
Oh,
Twin Borough
well,
soccer. Excuse
Fair
me.
enough. Sorry.
Separate entity.
So now that we've completely narrowed down the audience to about 1.5 people who know what we're talking about. So those were soccer programs within the Twin Boroughs of Oakmont and Verona.
Yeah, how about that?
And
Big
nobody
distinction.
cares. But yeah, so we all wore Umbros and shit. And I fit in pretty quick because of that. And everyone ignored the fact that I had a giant head like Bobby's World.
Oh yeah, you fit in real quick, no problem.
Yeah, you fit in better than me. And I was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Story
It
of my
was
life.
nice.
Story
At least
of my
I had
life.
someone to push
Dude,
out of the way,
fucking
for the sunshine.
Yeah, but I got this fucking patio done. It was fucking. It sucked.
Did you have any help?
No, I mean, mostly I'm gonna say no. Today I had a little bit of help from Jenny and the kids. They were bringing the blocks over as I was laying them, so that was actually very helpful because I had to get up and down less. But it looks really nice, Jimmy. You will see it next week.
I'm pretty
in
excited.
person.
Oh, by the way, when I'm there, you're gonna have to throw on the Strider album.
Oh,
Ooh,
sure. Yeah, it's just a
good call,
7-inch.
good
It's
call.
only like 10 minutes, but
I have to hear it.
it's not the same release as the one they put on CD. It just has White Spiders and Onward Christian
That's the
Soldier.
only song I want to hear is White Spiders.
Well, that you have. It doesn't have like the how the CD has like the demos from Masquerade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It has like four demos besides that.
That's fine. I can
But
go.
the 7-inch just has the singles White Spiders and Onward Christian Soldier.
I've tried to find the White Spiders everywhere. Cannot find it. The only thing you can find it is
Can't you still order that CD, or that never came or something?
never came.
Did they take money from you?
Nope. I think it was just
Because that's when I ordered that T-shirt, right?
I think
You
so.
tried to order the EP CD.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're now talking about the Strider, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course, our
My-
So next time I'm
naturally
Yeah.
does that.
There's now nobody listening. We had
So
we had a
next time I'm
better
in
shot with
Pittsburgh,
Twin Bros Soccer.
Next time I'm in Pittsburgh, Charlie, I want to come over and binge the entire catalog of Me Without You on vinyl with you. I think that would be. Do you have all of it yet? If not, you have to stock up, and now you have a reason.
I don't have all of it yet. I only have a couple right now.
Have you
They're
been buying any albums recently?
oh fuck yeah, dude. I still buy one a week.
What's your most recent purchase?
Thursday Full Collapse.
Oh, well done. And by the way, I took your advice, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I still like War All the Time better, though. Which is abnormal for me, because I typically don't like the latter releases of bands, but I love War All the Time. It's a great album.
War All the Time is wonderful.
Yeah, that is a good album.
But Understanding a Car Crash is my favorite song of theirs.
Dude, I have to give you a heads up or a shout out for giving me the heads up on the new Anti-Flag album. I've been
You like it, huh?
rocking the shit out of that. It's like
It's
bringing me
fantastic,
back.
dude.
It
Wait,
is fantastic.
another new one or the new one from a year and a half ago?
That's the
The
newest
most
one.
recent.
Most
The
recent.
most recent, yeah. It's really good. To me, it's just as great as every other album they've ever put out. But the sound quality gets better and better and better, and they get better and better and better at their instruments every time too.
Yeah.
So their bass player, not to kiss ass or anything, but he's the reason why I
fucking
wanted to play bass.
amazing.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he really makes it. He really makes
yeah.
the fucking band. I mean, they all.
I
have
think
their
he
own
does
thing.
it for sure. And nothing's cooler than watching Pat the drummer just sit there and fucking with his tongue wagging. It always reminds me of Eric Emanuel. He always played drums like that when we were kids.
They Anti-Flag's really good. That's a band we can
Yeah.
all agree on.
They actually
Really?
are.
That surprised me
They
that
were.
you like them.
Proper
They were
punk rock, my
probably.
All right.
I've agreed. They were probably one of the first, like, not giant punk band CDs that I got. I was in the 6th grade, and my sister's boyfriend gave me a New Kind of Army.
I remember
Jimmy, you probably remember when I got that.
I
Chuck,
do
you probably
remember that you
when I
were
got
the
that.
first to get that. I
you
do
brought
remember
it
that.
when we were janitors. We listened
Yeah.
to it a lot then.
They definitely like changed the way that I like. Most of the music that I listen to has something behind the lyrics, and that's always been kind of an annoying thing about most of the music that I listen to, because if it doesn't have something behind it, I get annoyed. So like it kind of has taken away from some of the fun of like the like ambient music that people just listen to for a good time. Like most of the stuff that my wife listens to in the car when she's just, trying to decompress on her way to work or whatever, annoys the shit out of me.
No, yeah, dude. There's no way. I have to listen to my type of music all of the time. It has to have guitars and drums, and the guitars.
Oh no!
make me
See, this
fucking
goes
shredding.
for like literally any kind of music. It can be country, it can be EDM, it can be anything. But if it doesn't have like some kind of soul behind it, I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but I don't listen to country.
So as for my Me Without You collection, I only have their 2 newest albums, Pale Horse and Untitled. Not
Pale
self-titled,
Horse has
but
to be
Untitled.
great. Yeah.
Oh, Pale Horse.
Pale Horse has to be incredible.
Such a
on
wonderful
vinyl.
album. I mean, Mexican War Streets, come on.
That's oh,
You
it's hard to
right?
say, but that's probably
Right.
my favorite song of theirs.
Well,
Which is probably specifically because it has references in Pittsburgh.
oh,
and
for
stuff
sure.
in it,
But as I'm part of a Facebook Me Without You Facebook group.
Nice.
That's one of the most popular songs
Really?
elsewhere also. So it's so
what is
fucking
of fuck? What's that other one? Of something in Men.
Of Mice and Men.
No, but that's what I want to say.
Great
What's
book.
the name of that song, Charlie?
Messes of Men.
Messes of Men. Yeah, that's another one of my absolute favorites of theirs. That's on the same album, right?
No, Messes of Men is on Brother Sister.
Hmm.
I actually have a copy a collector's edition of It's All Crazy, It's All False, It's All a Dream, It's All Right. It's on order. Here's the thing. It may be getting shipped out next week. This was ordered in November.
Ah, shit.
Vinyl's on a huge backup right now, and they had a miscommunication with the people producing it, like actually printing it, I mean. So they are 500 copies short of the one version. Jenny ordered it for me for Christmas. So I don't know which version
that's
I
awesome.
got, because they got just like a standard black. It's a 2-disc collector's. There's like extra shit and whatnot. And then there's another one that has colored vinyls.
Like the colorway of it, yeah.
But the ones that are colored are the ones that are short on the order. So those could be another 15 weeks out. So I asked Jenny, I said, which one did you order? Did you order the black or the colored ones? And she said, I don't know. How the fuck should I know? That's not, verbatim, but
Yeah.
that's my translation.
In a million
How the
years,
fuck should
Jenny would have said that.
She said, how the fuck should I know? And I was like,
I
well,
can
you
definitely
ordered
see
it.
her saying that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Nope.
So I could be getting it next week. I could be getting it in 4 to 5 months. So we'll see.
What else have you guys been up to? Did you travel recently, Chuck? Did you go somewhere for a weekend or something?
Yeah, we went to see Ava in Michigan.
How was that?
It was too short. We left on Saturday morning. It's like a 5 to 6 hour drive. Rob's doing some fancy filters.
Yeah, he is doing.
Sorry, continue.
So we went to visit Ava for the day. It was her birthday weekend, so we just hung out with her. Yeah, it was nice, but it was just like drive there one day, drive back the next day.
Too much or too soon.
Yeah, but it was a good trip though.
So. What's the worst state you go through on that? Is it Indiana?
No, you just go through Ohio. You get like halfway through Ohio, and then you head north and go straight into Michigan. It's on this side of Michigan.
Oh, okay.
By Ann Arbor.
That's kind of like when I come home.
Song.
I go up through through Kentucky and then turn.
You have to.
Did you?
I did. I was like,
No.
guys. No, of course nobody gave a fuck.
No one gave a shit.
I was
Yeah.
like, guys, this song's called Ann Arbor. And they're like,
Cool,
"All right,
dude."
Okay, Dad.
Yeah. No one gives a
I
shit.
watched the movie Fargo in Fargo one time when I was on tour with the Switch Kids.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I always.
That's a
put
weird
on,
place.
Me First in the Gimme Gimme's version of West Virginia. What's the song called?
West Virginia.
The John Denver
Country
song?
Road.
Yes.
Country Road?
Country Roads. I always put on Country Roads when I'm like driving through West Virginia. You just have to. It's one of those things. Even though it's not even about
Mr.
the state.
Sunshine on my goddamn shoulder, John Denver.
John fucking Denver.
Well, you guys want to do it now? You want to get into the depressing shit?
How creepy
Yeah.
this dude is.
God fucking damn it. So, Charlie, lay the footwork and then allow me to express my
All
disgust.
right, I'll lay it out as best I can because it's all like
It's pretty twisted.
it's new information and it's kind of hard. The way like the screenshots I sent you, it's kind of hard to like follow. Like, what the fuck is actually happening?
I was trying
So
to follow it.
started from the absolute bare bones from who he is and
Okay.
yeah.
Christopher Lane Conley
Christopher Lane Conley.
saves the day. He is the man behind Saves the Day. The band.
I
the
like
band
Room
has,
better at this point.
The band has been through like I think 19 members, so it's his band. All right. Saves the Day it makes each of our top 5 lists. We love Saves the Day.
That's true. We do love Saves the Day here.
Earlier this week, or I don't know, late last week or something, Chris Conley was called out for how do we put it?
He's getting Me Too'd.
He's getting Me Too.
He's getting Me Too'd by a dude.
He's getting Me Too'd by a dude. Mind you, he has been married and he has a child. Not that, you know. It just came as a surprise is all I'm saying.
It's less
But not
when
like
you
a-
look into it, it feels less homoerotic, more completely psychotic to me.
Yeah, he seems pretty fucked up. So the
Continue. Sorry.
the victim behind, the actions, there's no name or anything, and that's fine.
Thank God.
Released like just like a whole bunch of text messages and weird stuff that Chris was doing. Let's see. Essentially, this person has been a fan of Saves the Day for probably 15 to 20
since his
years.
adolescence.
He was less than 12 years old when he met Chris Conley for the first time. Now, I believe this person is close to 30 now, late 20s, something like that. But he met Chris Conley, and they formed a friendship of sorts where he would go hang out at shows.
And he's kind of known to like give fans his number and like try to form friendships and stuff like that, which up until this point didn't seem crazy.
What the fuck? Dude never gave me his number.
I know, right?
Anyway, so then
Probably a godsend in hindsight.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I might be
Jimmy
living a
comes out of
different life
nowhere
now.
like, well, wait a minute. So continue. Sorry.
So, like I said, he met Chris when he was under the age of 12 at a show. And then I think he said they started smoking weed together when he was like 15 or something, and they would just like hang out in the back and smoke weed or whatever. And like Chris would always tell him, "Oh, I love you, man. I love you." And then so fast forward to now, and sometime in the past year.
That's also called grooming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened? Lay it out.
All right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to throw that word around loosely. That's all.
Well, let's see. Just continue.
This is gonna get interesting.
So, Chris was sending this dude like texts and shit, and then he sent him a dick pic, unsolicited dick pic, and dude was kind of like, "Hey man, like I don't really want to see that," but he kept, bugging him. Like when I say bugging, I mean like he's fucking psychotic.
He set alarms on his phone for like every 5 minutes and like
What was
sent
he
the
saying?
dude.
Was he basically trying to fuck this dude?
Well,
Yeah,
the thing
he was
is,
saying, like,
the kid identifies as like gender queer, so like and Chris like completely formed this bond with this guy, and then like turned it on him out of nowhere. Apparently, so the kid says, right?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
So like it was always platonic. It was always bros and buds and a fan and they had like a personal relationship past the fan thing, but it sounded in the thing like it was relatively clean, or not relatively clean. It sounded clean, and which it's still weird for a grown dude to like. I mean, at that point, when the kid was 12,
Like, do people actually send dick pics? That's what I want to know.
And is there such a thing as an unsolicited
Yeah,
dick
aren't
pic?
all dick pics unsolicited?
They're
No.
all
Like,
unsolicited.
have
No one wants to
have
see
any
that
of you
shit.
received from a text from a female or your significant other like, yeah, let me see that dick right now?
Not a chance ever.
That's
Hey,
happened
send
to
me a
I'm
picture of
pretty
your
sure.
sandworm.
I'm pretty sure I'm never gonna get that text, and that's fine with me because I don't want to send a dick pic. I got nothing to show off, guys. I'm just I'm a white boy,
I wasn't going to go out there with that, but I'm just saying it's not exactly the most beautiful genitalia there is. And now, I think some people out there in the world might disagree, not with mine, but with their own. They might be pretty proud, but for me, it's like, who would want to? Why? Who? We're old. Like, ooh, you're going to start to see some droopy balls and veins here real quick.
Well, unlike you guys, I have been solicited.
Oh boy,
Of course you have, you who are.
I mean, just
Jimmy
here and
Clayton,
there.
the fucking man slut.
Get fucking laid.
Yeah,
Why don't you get fucking laid, you fucking pussy. You
Fucking
fucking
pussy.
beta male. When's the last time you got laid, man?
All right, now give some context.
Nope. No, we're just kidding.
Well, what do you mean? Some girls are into it. Bottom
No,
line.
totally, of course. But what we mean is the overwhelming number of of dick pics I'm sure that have been received in
I've
the world.
never ever sent an unsolicited one. You never just throw that shit
Good
out
move.
there.
Good move.
That's creep.
You know what the
status.
saddest thing is about the dick pic situation is you gotta take multiple pictures, get the right angle.
You do
There's a
have to get
whole
the right
thing,
angle.
and at some point in time, you have to think. If you have a soul, at some point in time, you think to yourself like, how hollow this feeling is at this moment, and then you're just like, never mind. This lighting is great. Hold on, overhead lighting always. By the way,
Yeah,
just saying, perspective.
yeah. You know, you do what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've never
Jimmy
taken a picture
trims
of my
up his
dick.
little red pubes and gets in there real good.
You got to take care of your boys. You know.
Takes the manscape to the boys.
Yeah. Well, keep it respectable.
That's of course.
I'm a
Of
gentleman.
course.
Respectable.
That's naturally. So Chris Conley.
Yeah. It's, anybody else want to take over? Because I'm struggling.
So basically, what happened is Chris sends Wiener pictures and then, kind of apologizes and then doesn't apologize and then he goes back. Basically all it was harassment for like quite a extensive period of time.
Yeah, it was like 9 months, 10 months or something.
Where homeboy was like literally calling him round the clock, saying crazy shit, and then would come back at him and not say crazy shit.
Right, and he was,
So this
and
looks
the guy was like, the victim was like, "Yeah, man, I'm really not interested. Can you please stop?" And he just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, and like at multiple occasions, like off the bat, the dude was like, "Hey, man, like I'm officially afraid of you." Like, because like the fucked up thing is like if you think back through his lyrics at this point, which is always my favorite part of that band, like what was really super dark and awesome when I was a kid now seems super fucking creepy when you see what kind of dude the guy and like and so in the text he is also saying things like and by the way I'm definitely a person who says like let your fucking freak flag fly, be yourself, but with like a willing participant. Like fucking hell, man, there's plenty of people out in the world that would be willing to do that with you.
So off the bat, my initial reaction was like, "What the fuck?" Of
Yeah,
course.
what the fuck for sure.
And then but then secondary, I was like, "Well, it's better than Jesse Lacey, right?"
Yeah. Well, no, it's a lot more aggressive than Jesse Lacey. It's a lot more psychotic than Jesse Lacey. If you think about it, Jesse Lacey really only did what he did at the very beginning of the situation. It's worse, in my opinion, than Jesse Lacey. Jesse Lacey is the lead singer of Brand New. He's the songwriter. He basically is Brand New.
He was accused of like rape, full blown, right?
He was accused of what's it called? I just said it a little bit ago. Grooming.
He got like phone numbers from like 14-year-old girls like back in the day, and then like he would keep in contact with them and like wait till they turned 18 and like try to fuck them basically. That's long story short, but
yeah,
that's essentially.
Yeah, but there's no way to skin that without it being absolutely fucking gross.
That's crazy.
That's
a serious long-term fucking scheme he's got going on there. Jesus.
But then again, if you look at the fucking lyrics, that shit's there.
Oh yeah, Jesse's lyrics are dark as fuck.
Well, look at Chris Conley's the same fucking way, man. Like, not that like you have to be a complete fucking psychopath to write dark lyrics. You don't, but.
Well, look at all the great, musical artists. Like, a lot of them have fucking issues. I think it comes with the territory sometimes.
Oh, and obviously there's nothing wrong with him having, like, personal issues and shit. The only, like, the worst part of the whole situation is that it affected somebody in a traumatic way.
Like, that kind of behavior, there is some kind of mental health component.
Oh, yeah, you're waiting to find out that there's, like, skin underneath his house and shit, like... That doesn't seem like that's that's some Ted Bundy type shit to be doing to people.
Yeah, so
to play those kind of mind games with people, you've got to be pretty.
It makes you wonder what made that manifest itself. Was it just being locked up during fucking?
It's control. He apparently like forced his wife into a polygamy relationship with another girl he was trying to bang. And that's why they have their issues. Apparently, it was all in the same article that me and Charlie read.
I didn't think they were married anymore.
But I think that had something to. I assume that had something to do with it from
Yeah,
the way the article.
that would make sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, yeah, because he was married
the
for
way
a
the article
while.
positioned it.
They have a daughter who's probably a teenager by now.
Right. You know, it's just I'm fucking glad, dude. Like, a lot of people are like, fuck cancel culture and all this shit, and you got to be worried about it and whatever. And for sure, a lot of it sucks. But in this situation, it's like, well, I'm fucking glad dude got called out. Who the fuck's next?
Yeah,
In a situation like that, and who else has he done that to that hasn't come out with yet? You know what I mean? That he was that crazy and controlling and gnarly and explosive and then whacked out like the night before saying, hey, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have sent you that, and then the next morning sending you like a good morning dick pic.
Yes,
dude.
I agree with you. I think sometimes this cancel culture,
for sure, it's a bad thing.
Phrase of the year. Sometimes it goes too far. I think people getting called out is great. People should get called out. But I do think people should have a chance to redeem their behaviors.
Yeah,
Agreed.
you shouldn't be
like you shouldn't. It shouldn't just be like, all right, that's it for you.
Death.
You're fucking done.
Yeah,
That's it. Your life's up. You know.
Nah, unless you're a rapist or some shit, then fuck you. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, but by holding a different belief or doing one stupid thing, even people that do crimes, like, dude, once you like finish your sentence, you should be accepted back into society without having
even the Catholic Church believes in doing Hail Marys and being forgiven, like, for fuck's sake.
Don't even get me started on the Catholic Church. We don't have enough time tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we've done that.
Jimmy's blood pressure just went up.
The whole point of the penal system is like
Chuck said penal.
You know, it's supposed to be a rehabilitation of sorts.
I concur, sir. I concur. I just, you know, it's. I don't. You know what? There was Steve from Newfound Glory that got there. There's like been a few.
Yeah, but that
was
like
a kid.
That was like legit trying to fuck a kid. Though.
Yeah, that was like straight creep.
No, Andy had like a buttload of child porn stuff. Like,
yeah, dude.
He was obviously just simply a fucked up dude. And I hope he's getting molested constantly in jail. But it's just like, wow, it's kind of creepy. It's like, are we getting up to that age where like all the gnarliness is going to start coming out from like people, like from musicians and the stuff that we dug? Like,
I mean, maybe a lot of it has.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear like what gnarly stuff, like you know, all those like teeny bopper type pop punk bands that came out like after we stopped listening to that bullshit. Like, you remember? Well, I shouldn't probably say names or anything, but there was all those terrible like power pop type bands that came out after, you know, like our generation of pop punk, and it's like they had so many girls, like all the Hot Topic bands, basically.
My Chemical Romance, terrible band.
No, their first album was incredible, and they all are good musicians. You be careful. You don't say things like that.
That's a false statement.
That's a false statement.
Rob, we have an episode entitled "Gerard Way is Okay." I'm sorry, Gerard Way is not okay.
He's not okay.
It's actually one of our most listened to episodes. I'll have you know.
I thoroughly
we got into this. We got into this deep once.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the Black Parade. I didn't like the album at all, but I think it's really well written and everything.
Black Parade is my least favorite MCR work for sure.
But I will openly admit to the fact that I'm guilty constantly of liking the first thing that I heard of them the best.
Yeah, that's
never listening to a band because the first thing I heard I didn't like, which is the case with Rancid. Actually, the first couple songs I ever heard from Rancid when we were kids were like the Ballad of Jimmy and Johnny, because of Jimmy having the album when we were really little kids. And you look at you, search in your mind, you don't remember, but it happened.
Dude, I'm an OG punk. I remember.
Yeah, I didn't like them because you played that fucking song all the time.
Goddamn.
What album was that? It wasn't Out from the Wolves. But anyway, we got out of high school. Immediately after high school, I worked at that tattoo shop, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And the tattoo artist was like, "This is Rancid." It's like, fuck! I spent this whole time hating on these motherfuckers. They're amazing.
Yeah, you missed out.
Yeah, especially because I didn't go to Warped Tours and shit after that, so I would have had a number of great years to see them.
Oh, dude, I did Warped Tour every year for like honestly almost 10 years, I think.
Wow. I've been to quite a few, but not a stretch that long.
Yeah, it
Once there was the
crazy.
core couple bands that I wanted to see not there anymore, I had no interest in it anymore.
The last
I mean,
one I
I'm
went to
really
was
I'm
in.
really particular with my punk music, man. I don't I like it like either super emo or super punk. I don't fucking all the bullshit in the middle I could do without.
Like what would you consider in the middle?
Oh god, pretty much everything that came on the Vans Warped Tour post 2002.
Yeah, a lot of it. Sure.
All of it for the most part. I mean, there's obviously bands that were in there that were fantastic and still playing, but for the most part, it started falling off at that part. At that point, so like anything that filled that gap, like All Time Low and fucking all of that kind of stuff, outside of 4 Year Strong and uh, Set Your Goals, I'm all good.
If
Unlike that second wave of pop punk, I'm all good.
they, if my
Third or fourth wave, whatever it was.
yeah, no, I get your point. If my Europe trip gets canceled this year, we should go to Riot Fest in Chicago. You should see the fucking lineup. It's amazing.
Yeah, right. Fast looks good. Saves the Day was on
I'm
the
down.
bill up until last week.
Yeah.
When is it, Jimmy?
It's like September 14th, 15th, and 16th or some shit.
That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be awesome. We should do it.
If I don't go to Europe, that's what I'm doing. So
All right. Well,
Okay. Well, I'll meet you there.
here's an idea. Let's cancel your fucking Europe trip right now. Problem solved.
I wish. Actually, no, I don't.
Take this bitch on the road.
Yeah, Riot Fest looks good, and there's another one called Furnace Fest. I think it's like down south though. That looks pretty good.
I'm willing.
I think Furnace Fest has been around for a while. I believe I've seen footage of like Norma Jean from there from like years and years ago.
Who you got on Riot Fest, Jim? Anybody pop into your head?
Coheed.
Oh shit! That's enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said.
I believe Taking Back Sunday is playing. Also.
There's like so many good bands.
How
It's
much is it for
incredible.
like a 3-day ticket?
I have
Can you
no
buy
idea.
like one ticket for all 3 days?
I think so. I'm pretty
I've
sure.
never been to a
Have-
festival.
Neither. I went to one in Ohio, but I only went for one day. I didn't do the whole experience, which I always wanted to do. Because a lot of these things.
Jimmy, you want to go to Burning Man?
Dude,
I want to go to Burning
I'd
Man.
love to go to Burning Man.
Let's go.
I'm down. I'm down for shit
Okay.
like this.
Yeah.
What's
You got a
Burning
travel
Man?
buddy with me, buddy. Let's do it.
They create this big man out of like what? Is it like paper and like wood?
It's wood and stuff. Yeah. It's an
Out in the
effigy.
desert in like Nevada, I think.
Is that the one at Red Rocks, or is
No.
it something else?
It's out in the middle of nowhere, like in some salt flats or some shit.
Maybe like Utah or Nevada or some shit.
I don't
You don't wanna
remember.
go to
I've listened
Firefest?
about. Nada, no.
No.
My boy
this
Jaw's gonna
is-
be there.
This is definitely like there's it's probably we probably missed like the cool years of it. It seems like there was a lot of like gnarly stuff that went on there back in the day, but now it's like a lot of like celebrities and stuff, and it's kind of like that Coachella kind of thing now. Apparently, it seems like the way people talk about it now, but I think we could still have fun doing it.
Fucking A.
Because like, dude, apparently they like people stop using cash there in some places, and they like barter the whole time, and like there's like these weird kinetic sculptures
what
that like
you,
crawl
all you
across
have
the
to
sand
barter
and
is
shit.
cash, though. Do they still take it?
But I got this.
Yeah, this is all I have. This is all I have to barter.
No way, man. Get that green stuff out of here. It's the wrong kind. It's like, well, what?
You don't take Visa?
Don't eat the brown acid.
Yeah, I would do shit like that. Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we can-
I go to fucking Tennessee. That'd be badass.
Oh, Tennessee's awesome. I love driving through there. Beautiful.
Never been.
Yeah, it's
I've never
super
been-
beautiful.
I don't think I've ever been to Tennessee either.
Yeah, I drive through it every time I drive back to Pittsburgh. It's awesome.
It's on my list. I'd
All right,
definitely
so
go.
let's wrap up this Chris Conley conversation so we never have to talk about it again. Do we?
Okay,
still...
so here's no. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Now, what does this do with how you feel about listening to the music from here on out?
Great question, Rob.
Because I
That's
feel like
exactly
it taints
what
it,
I was gonna
and
ask.
not necessarily in the way that you would think. It kind of taints it for me in the sense of like, now I'm just going to be over analyzing everything he says.
There are many different ways to look at this.
You could say the same thing about Michael Jackson. Do you guys still, if you hear a Michael Jackson song, are you not like, yeah, dude, he got fucking talent? Because you know he does.
Yeah.
His fucking shit bangs.
I've
Everybody
been
knows that.
I've been
It's MJ, dude. It's
I've
MJ.
been
That's what I mean.
contemplating this for years with Jesse Lacey and Brand New.
Me too.
Right? I think about it constantly almost.
You can have. There's multiple sides to people. I mean, you could have a great musical side, and you could be a fucking dark piece of shit.
Of course.
Oh,
And
for
there's
sure.
I think mostly I do support separating the art from the artist. I think that's okay. But I've been in discussions where people adamantly think that that is not okay. But I fall with the former option there because I still listen to Brand New.
I'm not gonna
I love the music.
Deny myself things that bring me enjoyment, and sometimes these people that do bad things make good music that I get enjoyment
That's true.
from.
I mean, do you think like the majority of the musicians that we enjoy are all great guys? It's definitely not true.
They're probably narcissistic pieces of garbage, most of them.
Yeah,
Especially
Yeah, I
like the
assume so.
super
I would be
famous
too.
ones.
I would be too if I had any talent like that. I would be too for sure. Let's be honest. It's always weird whenever you see a celebrity that's like a super good musician that's it's like a really humble person. Like I was just watching Steve-O's podcast and he had Post Malone on and he seems like the nicest dude of all time.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
he seems like a cool dude.
All the talent in the world, actually, legitimately, like the dude's actually a really good singer, really good guitar player and shit.
I saw
Good.
him like early on with quarantine. He did a live stream where he did like Nirvana songs
Yeah,
with Travis
awesome.
Barker, and it was amazing.
yeah, the dude's
fucking
actually like a
rocked it.
real talent, man. He's a real talent. He there's all kinds of rad videos of him from like when he was because he was a singer in like a fucking post-hardcore metalcore something kind of band. But then at the same time, I guess he like played a lot of like folk and stuff like that. Like, there's some pretty cool stuff from him when he's young, playing like Bob Dylan and stuff. It's pretty rad.
I just love a good face tattoo, you know?
Face tats.
Yeah.
How much money would you have to have before you got a face tat?
I mean, I'm currently contemplating getting my hands done, and those are kind of job killers.
Yeah, that's a ballsy move. Hand tats are definitely ballsy. I think I'd have to have at least $200 million.
$200 million?
Damn, so where'd that number come from?
Well, dude, look at him.
It's
Do you
my
think he's
number.
gonna get that pasty bastard? He immediately looks like a white supremacist. You put a tattoo on his face.
Yeah, dude. There's no coming back from
You
that.
instantly look like you've been locked up. You've been to
Yeah,
Sing
like
Sing
I've seen
3
some
times,
time.
you Peckerwood.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather just work for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
And get a face
I think
tat.
I'm all good on face tats. Yeah, I'm way all good on that.
You
I
can
mean, I
get
think
one
they're
on your
rad.
cheek
I
and
think they
nobody
look
would ever
cool.
know.
I could, yeah. I could cover it up real easy.
I'm the only one that
Yeah.
has this fucking problem. Both of you have no issues. You can get one right here. No one would see shit.
I'm not gonna put something like in there.
Yeah, right in there. That'd be
Right
perfect.
in there. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
It's it's one of those things. I'd probably put $2 million in the bank. Face
million.
tattoo. I mean, what are we talking, like on your hairline or something? Or are we talking like Charles Manson?
No, I mean anywhere. That's your choice. Dealer's choice.
I
You could go
think I would
cross
go.
forehead. You can go side of the face. Little
Yeah, I'd
dagger
go
on the side of
probably
your face.
in the corner of my hairline. Fuck, that'll fuck it up. I'm still losing my hairline, so eventually it'll just look like it's in the middle of my forehead.
That will not work out for you.
You look in the mirror in
Yeah,
6 months, be
no,
like, hey, my tattoo moved.
Son of a bitch, my tattoo is moving forward. I said, yeah, there's no way. There's no way in hell. I'm fucking actively looking at what hair transplants cost and shit. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I don't want nothing to remind me of how fast my
I
hair
can't think
is
of anything
retreating.
I would want on my face.
I couldn't either.
See, the thing is, I think no one really thinks that through that far.
Yeah.
I think if you're the type of dude that gets not, and that's not doing it in a judgmental way. I'm saying that like it's kind of a free spirit kind of way. Like you just genuinely don't give a fuck, and that's beautiful. I wish I was like that. I'm
Do
not.
you take anybody with a face tat seriously?
Serious, for sure.
Yeah.
I've met plenty of people that were inspiring or rad that had face tattoos.
Yeah, I'm not going to write somebody off just because they have a face tattoo.
Oh, look at Jimmy.
I
He's
kinda
so
look at-
white. He's so white collar. Look at him.
I kind of look at him like, what's your deal? you've got.
See, no, that's
something
bullshit. I
wrong.
look at them as what's your history?
Dude, that's a big
talk to me.
commitment. I mean, I'm not. I don't give a shit about tattoos. You could have fucking full sleeves, no big deal. You have a face tattoo. I'm kind of going. You know.
But
What's up with
your
you, buddy?
your perspective, being a lawyer, definitely denote like you've probably seen more than your fair share of that on the people that are gonna be clients for defense attorneys.
Sometimes, yeah, you do with a lot of neck tats and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. If always wanted my neck tattooed, but the problem is I don't have much of a neck. So it's going to be more like the side of my head tattoo back behind my ear. And it's like,
Yeah,
I probably won't look good.
You just
Yeah,
gotta
it's not a
get the
good
neck
look.
stretcher out. Start wearing your fucking the hoops or whatever.
That is not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I mean, it'll get, push down those traps a little bit. You get that little divot,
Make that shit look
But
good.
hell, I might actually be 5'9" for real in real life if I do that. I've always said it, but I really don't think I am.
You want any other tattoos, Chuck? Not face related?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What do you think you're gonna get? Anything you know?
Well, thank God I didn't get that fucking bird from the Saves the Day album.
I almost got that too.
Because that's really cool. It's the dead bird with the butterflies coming up out of it from In Reverie.
Yeah, I almost got it in thick black.
It's a cool image. I mean, it's still a cool image. Like, maybe I won't get that one anymore. Maybe I will, though. Who knows?
I thought you were talking about the Thursday one for a second.
The dove.
The dove, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything like concrete planned, but I was thinking about getting my family crest.
That'd be rad.
What's it look like?
It's blue and yellow, and there's a fucking lynx at the top of it.
Oh, bad.
And then there's 2 GameCube controllers at the bottom.
Yeah, that's a new addition. How'd you know that's my favorite fucking controller?
Because we've been friends forever.
It is
And it is.
ergonomically
It's my favorite.
ergonomically pleasant.
Ergonomically sound.
It works best for Charlie's tiny hands.
Well,
Smells like
designed.
cabbage.
Yeah, so.
So
what else you guys got?
I
Yeah,
got
dog, what have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Not much.
You going to school still?
Yes, I am. I just finished the semester. I'm not going to do it until fall. I'm all good for a minute.
Well, that's typical, right?
Well, I was planning on going the whole way through, but then I'm going to take a bit off for a little bit, which I think is like typically the nail in the coffin for most folks, but I'm hoping it's not this time. But I start a new job tomorrow. Pretty geeked about that. So hopefully that'll go well. I got a job at a hot rod shop here in the town that I live in, so I'm excited to go work there.
No shit.
It'll be pretty rad. I'm going back to being a mechanic again, attempt to be a mechanic again because I haven't done it forever. So it'll be rad. It's a pretty cool shop. It's small. It's full. Everything from hot rods to like just restorations to traditional customs. Pretty cool. I just happened to be across the street and was like, oh, I should go probably talk to them. You ever like just have it kind of come across your mind? You're like, I should do that. And then you just go after it. Typically, I rethink everything I do. And I did in that time, which was convenient because I walked across the street and they were like, well, yeah. Or I called them actually. And they're like, well, yeah, we're definitely hiring. I was looking for more of like a shop help assistant, whatever. Figured they needed somebody to like source parts and find cars and deal with customers, all those kind of things I'm good at. Plus, I also went to school to be a mechanic, so I figured I'd be helpful. And she was like, could you be a mechanic? And I'm like, I haven't done that since the early 2000s. And she's like, yeah, you'll be fine.
That is a perfect job for you, Rob. You love hot rods. You always have.
Yes.
You're
obsessed with them.
Mechanically skilled. You have training in it. You've worked mechanic jobs before. So I think that'll be a good fit for you. And you don't have to fucking travel all over the place.
Oh, thank God for that. It's like a 5-minute drive.
Clock in, and boom.
Clock in.
Yeah, the only bummer, it has I'm not used to it because of being a plumber for so long and having blue collar jobs for so long, and that you're kind of always on the clock, right? They make you clock out for an hour. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do for a goddamn hour? Yeah, they make you clock out for lunch, which I guess is pretty typical at most places, right? People want to take a lunch break or whatever, but I've not done that forever because I was always on my own job sites where my time is my money, so I need to be doing work. So it's gonna be weird to have that time in the middle of the day to like. I'm like literally adjusted to not eating lunch at all, so
Yeah.
it'll be weird to have the ability to.
That's a long lunch break, though. I mean, ours is only half an hour.
Yeah.
Every job I've ever had was always an hour since Just Effects.
White collar.
White
It's
collar.
not even. I
That's
guess
super
Just
white
Effects was white collar. You were basically what, like a you were doing
machine.
background checks on people.
hour lunches and shit. What, you think that's a big deal?
collar.
Listen,
I mean, none of it's
listen
a
to him.
big
What, you
deal
think that's a
because-
big deal? Hey, dude, he's doing an 8-ball with strippers at lunchtime, drinking fucking mai tais.
Listen, you weren't getting paid for it.
Not at Just Effects. No.
Like if you're an hourly employee,
Yeah.
you're not going to get fucking paid for it.
Right.
Right,
Like
right.
we don't get paid for our lunch, that's
Mm-mm.
typical. So I'm just saying
Yeah.
it seems long. That's all.
Yeah, it is. It's long, but I guess I get used to it, and I,
You're right.
use the
it
time
was a
to.
bitch because I remember when I was working at Just Effects, I'd be like, "Can I just like have a half hour?" And they were like, "No, you
Yeah.
have to
So
have the
instead of
hour."
being there for like
Well, people
8
abuse the
hours
shit out
or
of
8 and a half hours, then you're now there for 9 hours.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I hate that. So, but I have to get used to it. It's about
On
the
the
only
other hand,
drawback I can
it
figure
might
out
be
at this
nice
point.
to have an hour lunch. You can go out and get some food somewhere. You don't have to rush.
Well, I'm
That is
like
the nice
super used to like listening to audiobooks and stuff on my work, so I can do that for an hour in the car. I like it.
Sometimes I used
So-
to just sit in my car and rock out.
Yeah. I can see Jimmy sitting there drumming on the fucking steering
Dude,
wheel.
I did, and my coworkers used to call me out all the time.
Dude, so listen to this. So, like, on God, you know what I'm saying? On God. I was in the Starbucks line the other day, and actually, was it Starbucks? Doesn't matter. I was getting food. And I look behind me, and there's a female in, it's like a Mercedes kind of SUV. It's a really nice car. And she doesn't see that I can see her. And I'm watching her. She's acting weird. Out of nowhere, she goes second knuckle on her fucking right nostril. And I'm like, oh, damn. Like, didn't really think that grown-up people do that in public that drive Mercedes.
Knuckle.
Second knuckle, bro. She was committed.
For real?
Yeah, dude. And, well, I don't know. From my perspective, it looked really, really deep. It doesn't matter. So at this point, I'm vested in what's going on. I'm pretty sure I'm backing up the line that I'm in, but I don't give a damn. I'm curious to see what this lady ends up doing with the material that she
No.
was mining.
She didn't call it, did she?
Shit, that's exactly the first thing I thought of was Matthew would absolutely positively eat his treasures. Our friend Matt, he got a big old schnoz on him, and he loves to double finger his nostrils and eat the boogers.
He eats the boogers proudly.
He's a medical professional, by the way. Don't say his last name.
He proudly eats the boogers.
Proudly.
I drove up to Artie's camp with him once, which is like an hour drive, and so we carpooled, and like the whole ride up 28, he's just pecking his nose and eating it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh
So
my God.
but like in my brain, I'm watching this lady, and I'm like, there's no way she's gross like our friend. Like, she's just gonna kind of like pull a hanky out of nowhere and like wipe it off.
Clean it
Like,
off, get a little baby
yeah.
wipe.
Yeah, wipe it, Purell,
Yeah.
whatever. Pray. But dude, this lady did the smush smush where you can like extend the ectoplasm. And I'm watching and I'm starting to like gag a little bit, but I'm far too curious. And I'm like, okay, now what happens? Dude, down the hatch. Down the hatch. I almost beat my fucking horn.
Sorry
Like
if
a
that
champ.
was loud.
Like a champ.
Dude, I almost beat my fucking horn, but all I could think of was like, if my wife was in this car, she would be appalled by my actions right now, so I probably shouldn't do that. I'm a better person than that.
That is disgusting. That is just
I-
straight up disgusting.
Not hating on booger haters. Do you, baby? Do you? But like, do it at your house where I can't see you and judge you.
Hey, as
'Cause
Rob
I don't want
says,
to.
let your freak flag fly.
Yeah, but dude, do it at your house. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
Like,
happens when you're in public, man.
we were in line at like a Taco Bell or fucking where the hell or a Starbucks or something. I can't remember.
Extra guacamole.
But dude, the sticky in the fingers, dude, it was just too much. It was too fucking much.
Basically, you're saying she played with it for a minute before she gulped it.
And it wasn't Charlie. It wasn't even like the casual roll between the fingers prior to the flick, because it would have been dry if it were that. Far too viscous to let that go. The lady decided to eat it. So if any of you are left, I feel bad that I just punished you through that. But it went down. So that's what's new in my life.
I have a
Starting a new job and watched a lady eat a booger the other day.
What a life.
I have a question. Since, we're talking about being in public.
Speak into the microphone if you want to ask a question.
Sorry.
Mic check.
I do have a question here. Are you guys still wearing masks in stores and shit?
Yes.
Me too. When do you think that's going to stop?
I don't know. Now I'm going to feel weird
when
without
we're
one.
vaccinated.
I'm vaccinated.
Well, I live in Texas, so it's not a thing anymore here. Just in like if you go into hospitals and stuff and things like that, or schools, I believe.
Well, because
which
you
still
both know, I'm assuming, that CDC said now vaccinated people can take masks off.
Yeah.
But a lot of stores are still saying, well, we want you to keep your mask on.
Well, the reason I asked.
But do you or do you not want to go into that store because it's a private establishment?
It is, and I do want to go.
So either follow the rules or don't.
But here's the thing.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
For instance,
it's pretty simple.
Giant Eagle said first they said that we're going to keep our mask policy in place. Then they said we're going to drop it. So I went to Giant Eagle today. I wore my mask, but so was everybody else. So I was like,
starting tomorrow, Walgreens is dropping masks for vaccinated people.
So,
but here's the thing: like nobody knows if you're vaccinated or not. So
nope.
I don't want somebody to look at me like, "Hey, you fucking Trump asshole." You know what I mean?
Yeah. You would be the only person looking at you like that.
I live in Texas where the opinion is quite the opposite.
If you're wearing a mask, they're looking at you like a
hippie.
You goddamn
I mean, that varies from store to store too.
I still wear them depending on the situation, right? So I have one of the two shots. So obviously, I'm not technically vaccinated at all at this point. I just have
like 80% with the first shot.
Yeah, you're half good.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Can't wait to tell my wife that, so she doesn't have to yell at me as much anymore. But
she should.
But she does. She does. She just wants me to be safe. So the 80-20 probably. I'm wearing a mask.
I feel you. I mean, I don't want to wear one anymore. I'm sick of it. But
I'm
at the
sick of it.
At the same time, I'm like, well,
I'm still concerned for the people around me. I don't want I've never really been concerned about myself getting it the entire time.
I'm not, but
to be honest.
Honestly,
I don't want to give it to anybody else.
Your chance of passing it, even though you can still carry it, obviously, but your chance of passing it while being asymptomatic are very, very slim compared to non-vaccinated
My
people.
point is, we're almost getting to the point where if you haven't gotten the vaccine yet, then fuck you.
Well, what we're well over 50% adult.
Not necessarily
right?
Fuck you. It should be I respect your opinion, but if you get sick, you get sick.
No, it should be fuck you, you asshole. If you're just doing it for some bullshit political reason.
Well, no, they're allowed to do that.
I mean,
they're allowed to do that.
They're allowed to.
You're allowed to make
again,
your
fuck
own
them.
medical decisions. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be fuck you. It just can be like, well, fucking doesn't think it's a good
Jim,
idea.
You've gone too far. You've gone too far now, all right?
Apparently.
I'm just more in the let you be you over there, and I'm going to do me over here. Like my wife kind of.
Yeah, if somebody doesn't want to get vaccinated,
the shot,
that's their decision.
I personally didn't want to get it because I was just like, I'm not really at risk, and I don't go into public very much at the time. And then my wife brought up a bunch of valid points, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll go get it.
Like the herd immunity is a very valid thing.
Yeah,
right.
The more people are vaccinated, the less chance of it being passed around.
Period. But the point is, if not enough people get vaccinated, there could be fucking virus that keeps spreading around, and then it could potentially mutate and turn into something terrible.
Well, it doesn't potentially mutate. It will fucking mutate eventually and fuck shit up for us. So better off if we're all going to do it, we're all going to do it.
So we might as well fucking... My point is, if you're not vaccinated, fuck you. And I stand by that statement.
Still going with that one. Still going with that one.
I can't be like that, dude. I can't get with you on that one. I have too many people I love that are on the I'm all good kind of train. And I'm like, fine, I guess. I mean, I don't really trust the fact that the vaccine works. I got sick off the first shot. I'm not looking forward to the second one.
Pussy.
Remember when I had my first
beta
beer?
male.
Yeah,
beta male bitch.
Fucking beta male move.
Fucking beta, you cuck.
Such a fucking pussy.
Fucking cock.
You cuck.
Fuck, when'd you fucking get laid?
So
Do
terrible.
you even get laid?
It's like, are we still in high
When's the
school?
last time you
still
got
talk like
laid?
that? You still talk like that. That's the way you
fucking
think?
snowflake. When's the last time you saw a pussy?
Triggered.
You probably have kids. Knock it the fuck off. You want them to act like that too? And God damn it.
Sorry.
You gotta cut off the head of
Yeah.
the snake,
I had
man.
a little side rant we had going on there. That was pretty funny, though.
Yeah, that's
Obviously, if
I'm
you're
sorry,
listening
yeah,
to this, you
that's-
get that those aren't our
there are
opinions.
officially 0 people left. Now that we're doing inside jokes.
I think that's what people tune in for.
Do they? What do you guys tune in for? I can't hear anybody.
I don't hear anything.
Hello.
You know, I tune in to hear you guys, personally.
And we tune in to hear you, buddy.
You're a lying sack of shit. You know you tune in to hear yourself.
No, I hate hearing myself.
Me too. It's awkward.
It's the worst.
I feel like I have like a deep
And I have to-
masculine voice,
Like,
and then
I
I
gotta
hear
go
it
back
on...
and edit this shit, and then I'm like, oh, that's me.
Chuck, you're the one with the best voice in the podcast.
Yeah, that's true. Jimmy's
I
squeaky,
don't
and
know.
my
Do you
voice
think
is
so?
cracky and
You
terrible.
really think that?
I do, by far.
How you feel about that, Rob?
Definitely. You
Yeah.
got more baritone than we do.
I'm,
you
too,
got the,
I'm all squeaky
you got
and
a-
nasally.
You got the more bass voice though, which I think makes a good radio voice.
Yeah, but you're friendlier. You sound friendly.
You got a face for radio, Chuck.
Yeah, you certainly have face for radio, you fucking Sasquatch-looking sumbitch, you.
And I got sunburn for a plumber, laying stones.
Laying them stones.
Fuck, I'll send you a picture, Rob. It looks really good.
Jenny sent me one. It did look pretty fucking dope.
I've had some... So, like, when we moved down here, TL told me the sun... We're closer to the equator, Rob. But the sun is more vibrant down here.
Way more tense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because most of my life I didn't wear suntan lotion or
feel ya.
sunblock.
Don't
and
worry, I
then-
grew up calling it suntan lotion too.
Yeah, and put some of that suntan lotion on. But so I went the first time we went out and we're in the pool here. We were in Austin and we were at this badass hotel, the W, and it was like a pool top, rooftop pool kind of thing. And TL went to and her friend went to the spa, and I just stayed at the pool bar and drank like a fish and hung out in the sun. Thought it was a good idea. Dude, because I was drinking heavily, I didn't pay attention much. I was so freaking burned. I had like pus, like bubbles and shit. Like it was so bad. And then, you know, logic dictates learn a lesson, dumb down. No, we go to Mexico for our wedding. I got burned again, like real bad, like purple, dude. And I got burnt so many more times, and now I just hide from the sun. Straight up, don't go near it. I'm waiting for the fucking melanoma at this point.
Oh,
when
dude, I
when we
feel ya.
went to Punta Cana, I loaded up on sunblock. I didn't even have a hint of anything. I came back as pale as I had left. And it
I
was
put on like,
awesome.
I put on like 80 now when
Yeah,
I go out.
I've learned my. Yeah, I get the highest one I can find.
I get
I've learned
SPF
my
100,
lesson.
bitch.
Jimmy, that's because you're clear, bro. Like you're not
I
you're not
have
white,
to.
black, nothing. You're ghost. You pasty.
Dude, I have to. When I was in Florida, that's what I found. I was like, SPF 100? Yes, please.
Jimmy's skin tone is babe.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You got like
fucking-
the that'll do pig kind of flesh
Dude,
tone.
I got a little bit of a tone. I wouldn't say tan. I'm going to say a tone going on.
Jimmy, that's
to
your
be honest.
strawberry blonde arm hair.
He's got a tone going on. Okay.
That's the strawberry blonde arm hair coming through.
I feel like
Yeah.
we've talked about our skin colors
Look, here's
on
Yeah,
here
tell
like,
the
like at
difference.
least 3 times before.
It's a little bit of something there. I'll take
My
it.
lord.
Whatever.
Yeah, don't stress your eyes, Rob. You look great. All right, what do you say we wrap this sucker up, boys?
Sounds
That's
good. Let's
fine.
land this bitch.
I got to be at work at 8 a.m. Bullshit.
Oh,
Me too.
8 a.m. Oh my goodness, it's so early.
I got to drive fucking 45 minutes.
Oh
I gotta drive
Oh,
5.
he has to drive too.
I used
Tim's
to.
got a job in the morning.
Hey, if this was last year, I'd be in my goddamn sweatpants.
Fuck yeah, I bet you're missing those days.
I am.
All right, we're wrapping it up. So you can find us on the social medias. Find us on the Twitter and the Facebook. We have
And
a
the YouTube.
Facebook group as well called The Found Wellers, if you want to check us out there. Oh, another thing on Facebook I'd like you all to check out is, and many of you are already a part of it, but if you're not, my beautiful wife, Jenny, has started a What's for Dinner group. Basically, it's just people sharing what they had for dinner just to give some inspiration around the community. It's really cool, though, just to see what people are eating.
It's amazing how pretty some stuff is.
Yeah, some people definitely
Yeah,
put
my
some
shit.
bomb shit.
Like like we're always rocking paper plates because we don't want to do the dishes.
Who does?
Not me.
And, like some like slopping all this brown shit. Like it's my meals are usually very monotone. You got like French fries and
A lot of tater tots.
tots, yeah. Stuff from the freezer section. That's what I'm saying.
So where can they find that again, Chuck? What's it called?
It's called What's for Dinner on Facebook. And there are a few What's for Dinner groups, of course, as you could imagine. But you'll see that Jenny and myself are the administrators of the group. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Check it out.
I look a lot. I don't participate as much because I feel intimidated, honestly.
Don't feel intimidated. The whole point is to not feel intimidated. The point is to
you're
share.
accepted.
The point is just to share whatever you had. You could have fucking McDonald's. Share it. Just so it's for people to see, like, oh, I haven't had that in a while. Let's make something that, or oh, I've never seen that before. I want to try it.
Yeah, I get
It's
you.
not like a chef show off page. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
It's just typical, everyday people. What are you having for dinner?
It's respectable.
Respect.
So, anyways, you can find us on our socials. You can find us at wehopethisfindyouwell.libsyn.com. Of course, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, and all the other ones. If you have a podcast app, we're probably on it. If not, let us know, and we'll get it on there. And, of course, check out our Facebook friends, Fireside Chat, McSauce, Case in Point, and also, while you're checking out Case in Point, check out the new Pod Rock podcast. It's really awesome.
Pod Rock.
If you like guitars and rock and roll at all. What else? Who's our other friends? Working Stiffs. I swear to God, someday I'm gonna write this down, guys. I know I miss. I think I miss somebody every week. So Working Stiffs. There's some local yokels. Element of Surprise. And I think that's about it.
Sounds good. Thanks for listening.
After you're done listening to this, go ahead and throw on your favorite Saves the Day record or song and reminisce
Get creeped
about
out.
how good times once were.
Times have changed.
Oh,
But anyways,
don't listen to the lyrics and just have fun.
Yeah, just have fun, guys. Don't send unsolicited dick pics. That's the
If there's a lesson
the
to learn
fucking
from all of
moral of this episode. Don't send unsolicited. Solicited, go for it. Do not send unsolicited dick pics.
And this is why being a drummer is awesome, because I don't give a shit about lyrics.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
That kid.
Anyways, I'm Chuck.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Jimmy.
And we hope this finds you well.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Deuces. Like it's so involved, living life with blind
all chubby.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back.
This episode brought to you by LaCroix.
I fucked that up. All right, let's try that again.
Good, because I was holding that in.
We're falling apart here, guys.
I'm ready to roll. I don't know what you're talking about. Any day now, Chuck.
Hold on. I had a mouthful of spit and I fucked that up so bad.
Well, be a good girl and swallow it, you whore.
Ugh.